Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the channel to do my 2025 NFL Draft rounds 2 and 3. Recap will close out the day tomorrow with rounds 4 through 7. Let's go over the round 2. The Browns start off the night with taking a Carson Schwessinger, linebacker at UCLA. I really don't know much about him, but he's a do-everything linebacker. You know, some big-time tackling reliability, some good range, instincts through the roof. And he can be baited by play action, but I think it's still a good pick. If I'm pairing with Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, I give that an 8 pick. Good pick there by the Cleveland Browns. Jaden Higgins, the Houston Texans wide receiver, that's a great pick. I really want him to go to the Cowboys. But I like Jaden Higgins. He's like a reminiscent of Courtland Sutton with size, smoothness, and athleticism. Big time combine workout. Not as dominant at the catch point. He's solid, but he runs crisp routes and a large frame for C.J. Stroud. And to add to alongside Nico Collins, and a sensible position to address here, and I'll give this an A-. Nick Emmanwori, Seahawks traded up here to get Nick Emmanwori. What a tremendous selection here for Seattle. He's a big, explosive safety, and he has deceptive deep coverage skills, not just a box safety. So he can take some bad angles to the roof, but he has crazy range though. And on the draft pick trade chart, this is actually an underpayment, so fun pick here for Mike McDonald. I give this an A. Quinshon Judkins, really love this pick. I know CBS Sports had like a C+, but I love this pick here, man. Quinshon Judkins, a big physical running back. He's not the fastest, but he's a freaking big body back, and he has some juice. He can be a good NFL ready back. The Dolphins trade up to take Jonas, last name, an offensive tackle / guard out of Arizona. A good pick up here. The Patriots take Travion Henderson. CBS Sports gave it a C+. Seems like they hate the Ohio State running backs, but their draft grades are they're as credible as Charlie Crawl's opinion on ARCA racing. But this is a good pickup for get some more juice for Drake May on that offense. Got a good pickup on the offensive line. They get Travion Henderson, who's a really good pass catching running back. He's fast as well. This is a really good pickup to me. I give this an A plus for the Patriots. Bears A plus pick here with Luther Burden. Dynamic yards after the catch weapon for Ben Johnson to utilize. Another weapon for them. That offensively with DJ Moore and obviously and Colston Loveland. Pretty good pickups by the Bears. Number 40, the Saints take Tyler Show. I'm giving this a D. A D plus even. I just hate this pick, man. 26-year-old quarterback. I don't get the draft hype with Tyler Show, or how you say his name. I cannot blame the Saints for picking a QB, but this is just too early for someone without much upside, because he's what, 25, 26. The under pressure play can be ugly. Like, he has some mobility, but you just can't trust. You can't trust his arm. Like, and I saw that play from the combine. Like, he's not good, man. D plus pick here. The Bills take T.J. Sanders. Fun selection here. A high caliber athlete and with polished work and elite production in the SEC. Good pick here. The Jets take Mason Taylor. I think it's a good potential pick. The 49ers take Alfred Collins. A good, sensible position to dress here. Cowboys took Donovan Ezeraku, an edge rusher out of Boston College. And he had, after a first round buzz, I think this is really good value here. Huge sack numbers. in 2024, he had 16.5 sacks, 20 TFLs. I wanted a running back or receiver, but I cannot be mad about this pick, man. 20 TFLs. He's like incredible handwork, bendy, solid, albeit unspectacular, like burst, but I think he's a good player. Pause, by the way. Pause. The Colts take JT, last name, Tumumumalu, an edge rusher out of Ohio State. Another good player there. He really come on strong at the end of the season, especially in the playoffs. Terrence Ferguson out of Oregon. I really like this pickup here. Like, he's a quality blocker too. High level run after the catch ability. He was one of the more underrated players on that Oregon team. Cardinals get a steal on Will Johnson here. The injuries didn't help him in the pre-draft process, but this guy's a baller. Texans take Ariante Ursary. The Bengals take Demetrius Knight Jr. The Seahawks take Elijah Arroyo. Very good player here when he was getting targeted, but Miami was so stacked offensively last year. But this guy that was pretty underrated for them, good pick up. Panthers take Nick Scourton. A good pick here, obvious need with the on the edge. The Titans take Olu Wafemi Oladejo. I'm sorry, I'm not part of the nerd community. The Buccaneers take Benjamin Morrison. Hell of a pick here by the Buccaneers. Need some defense. Benjamin Morrison probably might have been a first round pick if he didn't have the injury. He was, if healthy, this is a first round talent. They get him at 53 is a great pick. Packers take Anthony Belton. It's whatever pick. They did need more offensive line reinforcement. So Chargers take Trey Harris. Love this pick, man, to pair with Ladd McConkey. One of the more dynamic receivers in this not great receiver class. The Bears get Ozzie Trapillo. Hell of a pick here. Needed some offensive line help. They get Ozzie Trapillo. Lions take Tate Rutledge out of Georgia. Jack Batch to the Raiders. Raiders get probably one of the more complete receivers in this class. A full arsenal. All three levels. Great pick here. The Ravens get Mike Green. What do the Ravens do to deserve this? They get Mike Green. You know, he had those SA allegations. I think 2 of them. But this is a hell of a pick here. Pick 59. He averaged like, 16, 17 sacks last year. The Broncos get R.J. Harvey, a running back. Great pick here. This is a prime spot to pick a running back. And good patience by Denver here. And he could be like a Bucky Irving type. Commanders, great pick here on Trey Amos, a cornerback out of Ole Miss. And a good young cornerback. You add to your secondary for the future. The Bears take Shamar Turner. Those Chiefs take Omar Norman Lott, defensive tackle, to pair with Chris Jones on that defensive line. The Eagles take Andrew Mukuba. I mean, it's a solid pick. I don't really know what else more to say besides that. Okay, I had to find a real 3. Here we go. Darius Alexander to the Giants. Good pick there for the Giants. Made some splash plays for Toledo last year. I'm sure Charlie Crowell's going to be happy about that one. Those Chiefs are back on the clock. And they take Ashton Galati out of Louisville. Good pick there. The Browns get a hell of a pick here with Harold Fannin. He dominated the MAC last year. No, it's not the hardest conference, but what a pick here. I love Harold Fannin. Love his game. Perfect for the rebuilding Browns. Him and Njoku can be fun. The Raiders take Darian Porter, cornerback. Patriots take Kyle Williams. And they're building around Drake May. Lions take Isaac Tesla. I don't think they had to I don't think they had to, like, what did they trade? Like, 2 third-round picks to trade and get him? I don't think they had to, so. Saints take Vernon Broughton, defensive tackle, out of Texas. The Bills take Landon Jackson. The Jets take Azaria Thomas, a cornerback out of Florida State. And I love the idea of him learning from Aaron Glenn. The Broncos take Pat Bryant, a receiver out of Illinois. He has good yards after catch. 49ers take Nick Martin. They didn't need to add to their linebacker room, but I don't know I still think he would have been available later. My Cowboys get Siobhan Revel Jr. Love this pick here. If not for a torn ACL in September, he likely goes higher than he's probably even in the first round. Like, he's a tall, long, big-time playmaker, man in zone. When falling routes from his back pedal, his makeup speed might get any of those issues at a smaller school level. He's not like a huge striker, but he doesn't miss many tackles, and he can be a turnover creator. The Panthers take Princely Umanmielen. I don't know these names, man. Sorry. Jordan Birch, 78. Who? Jalen Noel to the Texans. Another solid pick. Both Iowa State receivers in Houston. Colts take Justin Wally. The Bengals take Dylan Fairchild, a guard out of Georgia. Titans take Kevin Winston Jr. Here, a good pickup to their defense. Steelers take Caleb Johnson. Man, I wanted the freaking Cowboys to draft him. But maybe tomorrow we'll finally draft a running back. But the Steelers get a good pick here to put with Jaylen Warren. Jacob Parrish to the Buccaneers. Chiefs take Noel Williams. Chargers take Jamari Cardwell. Packers take Savion Williams. Jaguars take Caleb Ransaw, a cornerback out of Tulane. Jaguars then take White Milan, a guard out of West Virginia. 2 pretty good picks here back to back. The Rams take Josiah Stewart out of Michigan. Ravens take Emory Jones Jr. Dude, the Ravens had a hell of a draft so far, picking Malachi Starks, Mike Green, and Emory Jones. What did they do to deserve this? And the Seahawks take Jalen Milroe. I mean, he's fast, and if he maybe can develop long term, this could be a hell of a pick. But it's going to take a bit to develop. Jonas Sankers, 93 to the Saints. The Browns take Dylan Gabriel with the 94th pick. This is maybe you can try and develop them. The Patriots take Jarrell Wilson, the best pure center in the class. Falcons with Xavier Watson, 96. Falcons have made some pretty good picks in this draft. Like, I know they traded their first round pick away for next year, but they've had some pretty good draft picks. Texans take Jalen Smith, Caleb Rogers to the Raiders at 98, Charles Grant to the Raiders at 99. Some great picks here by the Raiders to help their offensive line, drafting Ginty. The 49ers take Upton Stout out of Western Kentucky. The Broncos take Savion Jones. The Vikings take Ty Felton out of Maryland, which is a good pick. And I believe that's all the picks. So, rounds 4 through 7 will be tomorrow. So, yeah, leave a like, comment, share for more, and thanks, I'm out. Peace.